Hi guys, how are you? Welcome back to Casa Madhouse. As you can see, I'm in the car again. As per usual, I just dropped off Tilly, one of our long-term foster dogs at the vets. She's developed a little bit of a lump on her leg and it looks cancerous. The vet thinks it's cancerous. It certainly looks cancerous. So she's having that removed this morning. Tilly is our one of our very, very nervous dogs. She was in the kennels for 7 years before she came to us a couple of years ago. And she came to us when her hind legs just basically stopped working. She just woke up one morning and her back legs weren't working. This was a couple of years ago. We've got a whole video about that. I'll put it up here so you can take a look if you're interested. So she came to us while she was getting treatment for that, and it took her several months. They never found out exactly what had caused it, but after several months of physiotherapy, she finally got use of her back legs back. She's been absolutely fine since. Always such a little nervous dog. But a gorgeous little dog. So fingers crossed she can just have this lump removed today and everything will be fine. So I'm nervous as usual because I've just left her in the vets. But I thought whilst I was waiting to go and pick her up in a couple of hours, I would just make a quick video, say hello to you all, say I hope you're doing okay, and have a quick recap on all that's been going on at Casa Madhouse over the last 2 months. So before we go back and pick up Tilly and find out how she's done, shall we do that? Come on then, let's see what's been going on at Casa Madhouse over the last 2 months.
So where do I start with telling you what's been going on here at Casa Madhouse over the last couple of months? Well, let's start with these two little girls, shall we? Meet Cagney and Lacey. Now, for those of you that watch the channel regularly, you'll know that these two gorgeous girls have come to live with us permanently after the people that were looking after them returned to the UK and left them all alone. If you're interested, we've got a whole video just about their story. Cagney and Lacey are used to spending most of their time outdoors, so we'll be living with the outdoor cats here at Casa Madhouse. But don't worry, they've got plenty of access to 2 lovely shelters, so we'll be well cared for and nice and warm in the coming winter. You'll notice that both girls have surgical collars on. This is because when they arrived at Casa Madhouse, we found that both of them had slight fungal skin infections. Fungal infections are really infectious, so we're having to keep them inside until their skin infections are completely healed. But they're quite happy. They have the whole of this shelter to themselves and plenty of time to adjust to their new home while their skin is healing. Before she can go out, we're also going to have Lacey neutered. We'll keep you updated as to how both girls are doing, but for now, everything's going really well. Over the last couple of months, we've also been involved in a situation regarding this beautiful little street dog, Hope, who gave birth to these equally beautiful, but very sadly unwanted puppies. One of the puppies was lucky enough to find a home quite quickly, but the other 2 had nowhere to go and were at quite considerable risk. This little fella we call Bozo, and this is his brother Teddy. It's unbelievable to think that nobody wanted them, isn't it? Anyway, both little fellas came and stayed with us for a short period of time, whilst we liaised with a local charity who specialise in finding puppies homes. Puppy HQ were absolutely brilliant, and both pups will very soon be fully settled in forever loving new homes. This left mum of the pups, who we called Hope, still living on the streets and at risk of becoming pregnant again. Hope is the sweetest dog ever, with the biggest toothy grin you've ever seen in your life. Now, a local resident had been feeding Hope and giving her shelter in his barn. Communication was difficult because he only speaks Spanish, and our Spanish is not great, but we managed to communicate with him, and he expressed a wish to continue looking after Hope. But for various reasons, he needed a bit of support doing this. So Hope came to stay with us for a little while, whilst we got her neutered and checked out at the vets generally. Meanwhile, the guy that had been feeding her made preparations to take her back on a permanent basis once she was ready. It was hard taking Hope back, I'm not going to lie. We got quite attached to her in the couple of weeks she stayed with us. But when we did take her back, it was clear that she was really happy to be there. She's got a couple of cat friends there, and she seemed very happy to see her new permanent owner. We're going to be keeping in touch with Hope and checking in on her once in a while. The beautiful dog with the big toothy grin. Another big event here at Casa Madhouse recently was that the 4 kittens, Ermintrude, Prozac, Lilo, Lil and Trevor, reached the grand old age of 6 months and were able to be neutered. As some of you will remember, these 4 little cutie pies were born here at Casa Madhouse to a feral mum who just turned up one day at the end of March. Oh my goodness, they seem to have grown up really quickly. The last few months have been a whirlwind, and it was fun getting all 4 of them to the vets at the same time. But they're now fully neutered, and the next step for these guys will be for them to experience the outside world for the first time. Meanwhile, their mum, who we also had neutered of course, seems to have made herself comfortable at Casa Madhouse, and so is remaining here as part of the family. Now this tiny little guy also came into our lives just briefly about a month ago. It actually happened when I was driving back one evening from dropping off one of the puppies at Puppy HQ, as I drove past the main branch of our vets. There in the middle of the road, this tiny little fella was running about. It's an absolute miracle that he didn't get run over, especially as it's a really busy road, and once I managed to catch him, I realised that he was actually blind. He was an old fella, but really feisty, really tiny and super cute. Unfortunately, by that time at night, the vets was closed. So we brought him back to ours for the evening, where, as you can see, he ate well. And the next day, we took him to the vets, who instantly recognised him as a little dog that lived close by. And so he was soon reunited with his owner. A happy ending. We like those. So what else has been going on at Casa Madhouse over the last couple of months? Well, these 2 little fellas came to stay. Archie and Pancho are fairly regular visitors to Casa Madhouse, and as you can see, little Pancho there was just getting over what was quite a big operation. But both boys were absolutely good as gold, as per usual, and I'm pleased to report that Pancho is well on the mend. It was absolutely fabulous to have them come and stay with us for a few days again. In addition to this, we had one cat with a little bit of an ear infection, several vaccinations as per usual. Oh, and a goat turned up at our back gate. Take a look at this video and it'll tell you all about that. And that, guys, is just about everything that's been happening at Casa Madhouse over the last couple of months. So shall we go back and see how Tilly got on with having that cancerous growth removed?
So Tilly's back in again now, guys. Just got in from the vets. Everything went well. The operation was successful. The little lump's been completely removed. As you can see, she's happily sitting here in her favourite spot on the sofa with Bobby and Stu. She's a little bit subdued, of course, but everything's fine. She's got antibiotics. We've got to clean the wound, but it looks good. And hopefully in a couple of days' time, she'll be completely back to normal. So, yeah, hopefully we had a blood test done and that came back all clear. So fingers crossed, she'll be good to go in a day or 2 when she gets back to normal. Thanks for watching, guys, this update on what's been going on here at Casa Madhouse over the last couple of months, and what's been going on with Tilly. We just want to say we really appreciate, once again, everything you do for us here at Casa Madhouse, for watching our videos, for commenting, for liking, for subscribing. It really helps us to continue doing some of what we've been doing over the last couple of months, and hopefully being able to do more of that in the future. So lots of love to everybody. Enjoy the next couple of months, and we'll keep you updated on what's going on here at Casa Madhouse. Bye for now.